Hello and welcome to a brand new Round 2 Wrestling. I am your host with the most wrestling information, SlimmDa KID, and you have tuned in to a Christmas special. That's right, Christmas is only 6 days away, so we have decided to pull out the old traditional Christmas special for you, the wrestling fan. We are absolutely filled with news this week. News, not rumors, not title matches, news. So we're going to jump right into this brand new podcast. This is Round 1, the Pro Wrestling Rumor Mill. Here we go. In addition to his recent filing for Jungle Boy, this week Jack Perry filed for trademarks on Jurassic Express and A Boy and His Dinosaur. On the Rumor and Innuendo show, Nick Hausman said he is aware of multiple indicators that things are not going maybe as Tony Khan has projected publicly, and I would not be surprised to see AEW and Warner Bros. Discovery maybe part ways next year, quote unquote. Multiple news outlets indicate that Warner Bros. Discovery's top priority by far is its negotiations for NBA TV rights, and everything in wrestling comes secondary to that. If Warner Bros. Discovery spends a ton of money on the NBA, that could take them out of the market for WWE Raw's hefty asking price. Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp heard that Kenny Omega, quote, had been ill throughout the last week, end quote, including before his match on AEW Collision against Ethan Page. Omega was later hospitalized and diagnosed with diverticulitis after seeking medical attention after Collision. We have more on this particular rumor in Round 2 Pro Wrestling News. Cartoon Brew mentioned that, quote, a U.S. release is planned for sometime in 2024, end quote, for the Rey Mysterio vs. the Darkness animated TV series. Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp noted on X, formerly known as Twitter, that rumors of Okada hiring Barry Bloom as his agent for free agency are, quote, nowhere near official, end quote, but that he wouldn't be surprised if that ultimately is what happens. That draws to a conclusion Round 1 in the Pro Wrestling Rumor Mill. Enough to think about for the next week or so. We're going to keep this party going right along and jump into a blustered Round 2 Pro Wrestling News. Alrighty. Current WWE superstar arrested on drug possession charges.
That's fucking stupid.
WWE's Liv Morgan was arrested for possession of marijuana in Sumter County, Florida. According to a report from Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, there is, quote, absolutely no heat, end quote, on Morgan following the arrest. Wrestling News noted that while marijuana is in the wellness policy of WWE, WWE has not tested for it for years. In the past, if you tested positive for marijuana, it would be a $2,500 fine. Former WWE champion suffers multiple knee injuries.
You what?
Charlotte Flair, daughter of wrestling legend Ric Flair, suffered a knee injury during her match against Asuka last week on SmackDown. Mike Johnson of PW Insider reports that Charlotte Flair suffered a torn ACL, a torn MCL, and a torn meniscus during her match with Asuka. Per Johnson, she will be undergoing surgery as soon as it can be scheduled. It is reported that Flair could be gone as long as 9 months or more. Former AEW World Champion announces injury with no return timetable.
That's fucking stupid.
Kenny Omega took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to announce that he is stepping away from the ring for an undisclosed amount of time. According to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, Omega had been ill throughout last week and, after his latest match with Ethan Page, was hospitalized and diagnosed with diverticulitis. No report on any recovery time for the Best Bout machine was available at the time of this broadcast. NFL, XFL, CFL, golfer, and ICU nurse?
That's fucking stupid.
WWE is holding the final WWE Performance Center tryout of 2023, and a number of athletes participated. Although the usual demographic of athletes did participate in this tryout, a few unusual athletes also took the opportunity to showcase their talents. Evan Thompson, a professional golf player, is the first golfer to try out for WWE. He is also a former linebacker. Hussam Ataya, a power lifter and an ICU nurse. A name a few people might recognize was Eustace Tavai, a former football player, played for the University of Hawaii and San Diego State in college, and signed as an undrafted free agent by the New England Patriots. AEW manager admitted into local ER.
You what?
CJ Perry was set to accompany Andrade El Idolo to the ring for his return to CMLL on December 15th. However, Perry was absent from Andrade's CMLL return and missed AEW Collision Saturday evening. Perry took to X, formerly known as Twitter, and noted that she was at the emergency room as the infection in her finger went up into her arm. No word on if any significant time off is needed for the AEW manager. Ring of Honor to add new women's championship.
That's fucking stupid.
During the latest Ring of Honor episode, Tony Khan came to the stage and announced the introduction of the Ring of Honor Women's Television Championship. This will be the first new title under Khan since he bought the company and started jump-starting the promotion in early 2022. Round 2 Wrestling will keep you updated on any news and happenings regarding the crowning of the inaugural Ring of Honor Women's Television Champion. Ex-WCW/WWE wrestler 6 years sober counsels addicts in Tampa, Florida.
That's fucking stupid.
Shannon Moore at one time packed guns and heroin into a truck with the intent of driving from his North Carolina home to Florida to kill his ex-wife. Moore reached out to WWE for help, and within 24 hours, the promotion had him in a Tampa Drug Rehabilitation Treatment Center and had footed the bill. 6 years sober, Moore works as a client relations manager at Riverside Recovery of Tampa, a privately owned substance abuse center where he counsels all types of addicts, but specializes in professional athletes, wrestlers, and military veterans. New Japan Pro Wrestling Inc.'s new TV deal with Access TV.
You what?
In a press release unveiled Monday morning, Access TV announced that their partnership with New Japan will continue next year, with the station renewing its New Japan series. The season begins January 11th, 2024 on Access and will feature plenty of AEW talent, as Wrestle Kingdom 18 is set to see stars like Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson in key positions. Long-standing wrestling promotion signs new action figure / accessories deal.
You what?
In a press release announced on their website on Monday morning, TNA/Impact revealed they have reached a partnership agreement with Powertown Wrestling to, quote, produce collectible TNA action figures and accessories, end quote. The partnership will see 2 series of TNA action figures made available in 2024, with Series 1 figures being shipped starting in August 2024, while Series 2 figures will ship in December of 2024.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.
That draws to a conclusion round 2 in pro wrestling news. Without any hesitation, we're going to jump right into round 3 title matches. However, warning, this next segment may contain spoilers, including Impact Hidden Gems pay-per-view results, Ring of Honor Final Battle pay-per-view results, RevPro Uprising pay-per-view results, AEW, Ring of Honor, WWE, NXT, NWA, MLW, GCW, RevPro, CMLL, AAA, New Japan, Impact, Pro Wrestling Noah, etc., etc. NXT North American Champion Dragon Lee defeated Charlie Dempsey and Joe Coffey to retain the NXT North American Championship. MLW National Openweight Champion Ricky Shane Page defeated Akira to retain the MLW National Openweight Championship. Impact Knockouts Champion Deonna Purrazzo defeated Taylor Wilde to retain the Impact Knockouts Championship. AAA Mega Champion El Hijo del Vikingo defeated Black Taurus to retain the AAA Mega Championship. Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions the Mogul Embassy defeated TMDK to retain the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles. Kyle Fletcher defeated Dalton Castle Commander, Lee Johnson, Lee Moriarty, and Brian Keith to win the vacant Ring of Honor television title. Ring of Honor Pure Champion Wheeler Yuta defeated Filthy Tom Lawler to retain the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion Eddie Kingston defeated Anthony Henry to retain the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athena defeated Billy Starks to retain the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. Mascara Dorada defeated CMLL World Historic Welterweight Champion Rocky Romero to become the new CMLL World Historic Welterweight Champion. Leon Slatter defeated RevPro Undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion Connor Mills to become the new RevPro Undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion. Danny Luna defeated RevPro Undisputed British Women's Champion Alex Windsor to become the new RevPro Undisputed British Women's Champion. WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther defeated The Miz to retain the WWE Intercontinental Championship. RevPro Undisputed British Heavyweight Champion Michael Oku defeated Zach Gibson to retain the RevPro Undisputed British Heavyweight Championship. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter defeated WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Chelsea Green and Piper Niven to become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions The Judgment Day defeated the Creed Brothers to retain the WWE Undisputed Tag Team titles. That draws to a conclusion round 3 title matches and their exclusive results. Be sure to listen to this particular episode again in case you missed your favorite promotion and whether or not your favorite champion retained or if a new champion was crowned. Jumping right into round 4, Did You Know? Did you know are little bits of information and facts about the wrestling world you may or may not have known about. You gotta love the bell. Did you know Hulk Hogan's most frequent opponent was Andre the Giant with 116 total matches between the two? Did you know Hulk Hogan was a legitimate 6'10" before his wrestling career and injuries shortened him? Did you know Vince and Linda McMahon have been divorced since 2006? Did you know Triple H switched to trunks in 1999 but didn't win a SummerSlam match until 2004 wearing the same trunks? And did you know Devon Dudley is the only Dudley brother to not enter a Royal Rumble? That draws to a conclusion. Round 2 Wrestling. I am your host, SlimmDa KID. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Be sure to tune in next week for our end of the year awards show.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.